The Cold War. Summary. The Cold War was a long period of tension between the United States and the Soviet Union after World War II. 1945 to 1991. It was called Cold because no direct fighting took place between them. The conflict was mainly about ideology, that is, capitalism versus communism. Britain supported the United States and joined the Western Bloc. England faced economic problems and rationing after the World War II. The Labour government under Clement Attlee introduced the welfare state and the NHS, National Health Service. The British Empire began to decline. Britain tried to adjust to its new role in the world during the Cold War. Later, Britain became a close ally of the United States. It joined NATO in 1949. Britain developed its own atomic bomb in 1952. People lived with the fear of nuclear war. Air raid drills and bomb shelters became common. The Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament, CND, began in 1958. There was a rise of youth culture and social protest in the 1950s and 60s. Britain became more modern and scientific but also more anxious. The Cold War created cultural and social changes. It also created a feeling of us versus them. Films, music, and books often showed spies, secrecy, and suspicion. James Bond became a symbol of the Cold War era. People questioned traditional values and authority. Writers showed fear, betrayal, and moral confusion. George Orwell, in his work 1984, showed the danger of totalitarianism. Graham Greene wrote A Man in Havana and The Quiet American, which dealt with espionage and politics. John le Carre's The Spy Who Came In From the Cold showed the dark side of spying. Doris Lessing wrote The Golden Notebook, which discussed ideology and women's struggles. Kingsley Amis' Lucky Jim showed post-war frustration. Poets like W. H. Auden and T. S. Eliot reflected moral crisis and search for faith. The Angry Young Men writers protested against class and Cold War hypocrisy. Postmodernism appeared later, showing doubt and fragmentation. Science fiction became popular, showing fears of nuclear destruction. Education and welfare reduced class divisions. But social conformity was encouraged for stability. Left-wing politics were watched with suspicion. It reflected on families too. The nuclear family was seen as the ideal model. Women were encouraged to stay home in the 1950s. In the 1960s, feminist writers began to question this role. Literature started to explore women's freedom and identity. The Cold War ended with the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991. Britain entered a new age of globalization and cultural change. The period left a lasting effect on British politics, society, and literature. For more videos, like, share, subscribe. Thank you.